Hey everybody, it's Jen Sheffer here, and this is a training tutorial on how you can use Google Slides alongside Seesaw to create an interactive choice board for students. This is ideal if you want your students to be able to watch multiple videos or click on multiple links prior to completing an activity in Seesaw. So I'm going to walk you through this process as quickly as possible, but I also want it to be as comprehensive as possible so that you feel equipped to do this on your own. So we're going to start by having Google Slides open. And as you can see here, this is a template that I made with shapes. And we have provided you with an extensive number of pre-existing templates through the emails that we have sent to you. So when you open those presentations, you can make a copy of them. They'll be added to your Google Drive, and then you can start to pick and choose which slide templates you want for the purposes of the activities that you will be doing with your students. So because Seesaw doesn't allow us to share multiple videos, this is a way we can do that. It also allows us to create multi-day activities. So we can go, we can have one day up to as many as 5 days worth of activities just in one Google Slide presentation. So I'm just going to do something relatively basic in terms of creating a 2-day activity for students that will have 4 embedded YouTube videos. You can also embed videos from your Google Drive. If you don't have something on YouTube or you want to make your own instructional videos, they can also be embedded on these slides. So as you can see here, I use shapes. I added these arrows with a direction to click on the video to watch it, just to ensure students won't miss anything. So that's something that you can do as an option as well. Once you've made your slide, if it's a multi-day presentation or multi-day activity, you can hit edit slide, or excuse me, slide, and then copy the slide. And then you can add 2 new videos for day 2. So this is a activity all about it. Opinion writing. And I'd like to now show you an awesome website, or excuse me, a YouTube channel called Teaching Without Frills. If you've never heard of this, I highly recommend it for finding instructional, kid-friendly videos that are brief, but yet very informative, and they cover a wide range of topics. So when you get here, writing topics, when you get here, you can click on playlists, and you can go right to the opinion writing playlist. It has 8 videos on it. So we're going to just scroll down. There's all different types of writing, but we're going to click on the opinion writing playlist. And there are 8 different opinion writing topics. So I'm just going to pause this real quick.
Opinion.
Very kid friendly, as you can see. So I'm going to head over here into episode 3. And this is about making a plan. So this is the video that I want to go on slide 2.
Kids. Episode 3, Making an Opinion Writing Plan. I'm going to write about my favorite book.
So I'm going to pause that real quick. All right, so it's paused. Whoop. Sorry about this.
Opinion writing for kids.
All right, there we go. So now I'm going to grab that URL. I'm going to copy it. And I'm going to go into my slides. So to embed a YouTube video, I'm going to go to Insert and then Video. And notice, again, if you have something from Google Drive, you would click on Google Drive and embed it that way. But we have that YouTube video, so we're going to paste the link. You can hit the blue search box. That video that we just copied will appear here. We can click on it, has that blue border, and now we're going to click select, and it's going to be added onto my slide. So here is where I can drag and drop and position the video exactly where I want it to be on my slide. I'm going to just show you that one more time. So if I go back into my YouTube channel, Teaching Without Frills on the playlist, now I want episode 4, which is writing the introduction.
Opinion writing for kids. Episode 4.
So writing my introduction. So I'm going to click on that URL, copy it. I'm going to go into my slides, go to Insert, Video. I'm going to delete that existing URL, search for the new one. It will appear, episode 4, writing my introduction. Now I'm going to click select, and now that will be added onto my slide as a second video. And I can resize that, position it exactly where it needs to be. And that's all there is to it in terms of embedding multiple YouTube videos. Now, if we have text that we want to link to an outside website, we would just highlight this text here, say it was writing a draft. And let's just say we had something that we wanted the children to read on a different website. We'd highlight that text. We would go to insert, link.
Opinion writing for kids.
Oh, let me
Episode 4, writing
sorry
a
about
draft.
that.
Introduction.
Let me just pause that. So as I was saying, if we wanted to highlight some text, we could highlight the text, and we're going to insert and then link. And here's where we could paste the link to a website or any other type of resource. Anything that has a URL could be pasted there. So on the same slide, you can embed multiple links and multiple YouTube videos or Google Drive videos. So when you are done, how do we get this into Seesaw so that it's clickable for kids and viewable for kids? So that's the next step. But before we do that, we're going to do a couple different things here in Google Slides. First and foremost, we need to change our sharing settings to anyone with the link can view. So just to review that process, if you're doing this for the first time or you don't do this very often, we're going to, yours might say Burlington Public Schools. So what you're going to do is you're going to click Change Burlington Public Schools. You're going to click a drop-down menu right here, and you're going to make sure that anyone with the link is selected. So once you've done that, you'll click Done. So now they can be outside of the Burlington district to view this presentation and these slides. Next thing you're going to do is go to File, and you're going to go to Publish to the Web. Now, this is going to be a publishable link in Seesaw that's going to allow the videos to be viewed, the links to be clicked on, no matter what device the child is using at home. So this is, again, that little safety net when we publish to the web. So I'm going to show you where we put that in Seesaw. So we're going to click on it. We're going to hit Control-C for on our Chromebook. Whatever shortcut you use for a copy, you've copied that link. So now we can put it in Seesaw as a multimedia example. So if you don't have any associated activities with those slides and you just want them to use them as sort of an introduction to a unit that you'll be teaching or some lessons you'll be teaching, you don't have to add an activity. So you could just do plus and you could just say post student work. But if you want to make this an activity, what you'll do is you're going to click on Assign Activity. So this is if you want them to watch something or read something on another website, then you want them to do an activity. So this is the process you would follow for that. So what we'll do is we're going to click on Create New Activity, and we're going to call this Opinion Writing, Choosing Your Topic. So now we can start with our instructions. So this is a 2-day activity. So we're going to say day 1, we're going to say, watch the 2 videos on slide 1 in the multimedia example attached. Now, you might say in the slides, you might want to use different language there, but that would be the first step. Then they're going to tap Add to open the template. And then they're going to use the label tool to write 3 topic ideas. This would be for their opinion writing. And then 4, we're going to say tap draft to save your work. Day 2. We're going to say, open the draft of your work. We can add the colon before and after that keyword there is going to make that a visual cue. And we've also shared a list of all of the Seesaw shortcut icons with you, so you can make all of those directions visual for our young learners. So we're going to hit open the draft of your work, and we're going to say, again, use the label tool to write the introduction for your opinion writing, or whatever it is that you want them to do. And if that's the last step for the day on day 2, we're going to say tap check, that's the shortcut, to upload your work to your journal. Now, I'd highly recommend, depending on your learners, but it's very beneficial to add voice instructions here also, to hit those auditory learners. And then once you've done that, or if you choose to do that, this is where we can add the multimedia instructions, which we just created. So we're going to click on that, and we're going to click upload. And I'm just going to hide these tools right here. We're going to select from Google Drive, and we're going to select that opinion writing day 1 intro file. So just keep your file naming conventions in mind too, so you can easily and quickly find things. We're going to click select, and Seesaw is going to automatically convert our Google Slides file into a PDF, and it will have clickable links. So you can see day 1 is here, and day 2 is on a second page. So that published to the link web that we grabbed from Google Slides is going to be pasted as a caption at the bottom of slide 1. So at the bottom left-hand side of your screen, you will see the caption icon. So we're going to click on that. And here's where we're going to paste that big long URL. You don't want to change this to a bit.ly, or you don't want to put it in any other type of URL shortener. You want to keep it the long URL, otherwise it's not going to work. And again, why do we do this? It is to ensure that no matter what device families are using at home, they will be able to watch the videos and click on links to external websites. So this is that safety net. That's why we're doing this. So we're going to click anywhere on the screen. The caption was added. And once we're done, we can click on the check mark, and it's going to upload both of those slides. And I will say that these templates look stunning on an iPad. They look really, really nice. So that's another great advantage. It's going to engage the children visually when they see these templates that have been uploaded. So the multimedia. So there's my multimedia example. Now we can do the student template for their responses. We can build this right in Seesaw, or if you have a template, you can do the same thing. You can hit add template. You can upload a blank template for the child. There's many, many templates that we've saved. So you can upload them from slides. Now, if you want to just make the template direct in Seesaw, it's very quick and easy to do so right from within Seesaw. So what we would do is we'd click on drawing. And if we're asking the students to give us 3 topic ideas and write their intro, we can change this background to lined paper. So I'm going to click on the 3 dots, and I'm going to go to background, and I'm going to scroll down just a bit to the lined paper background, and there it is. So now I'm going to use the T tool to write opinion writing topic ideas. Then I can click away so that I have these handles here now that I can drag and drop, and I can position this text exactly where I want it on my canvas. And I highly recommend giving your students as much room as possible to write on the Seesaw canvas. So I can shrink down that text. I can also use the color wheel here over on the right-hand side to change the color. Since I used a purple background, I'll change my font color here to purple. I can click on the 3 dots, and I can change the style. I can eliminate that border if I choose to, and I can also change the font. There are limited font selections within Seesaw, but if that's okay with you, then you can build the templates right here in Seesaw. Doing it in slides will give you more font choices, but this is, again, a very simple way to add your templates direct in Seesaw. So I'm going to click on this, and I want to do one last thing. I want to just use those three dots to lock this label, because I don't want the kids to be able to move it. Otherwise, they can move it, which is great for other interactive activities. But in this case, we want this to be, we don't want this to move. So next, I'm going to hit the T, and I'm going to add, I'm going to click on the three dots, because I want this to be, oh, I got to do it after I write the text, pardon me. I'm going to hit the 1, the 2, and 3. And then once that is selected, if I want to change the alignment, I can. I don't really need to, because I can just drag this over like so. But that's where you would change the alignment. The style is where your alignment keys are. So once that has been created, I'm going to drag this over here, release it, and I'm going to lock this as well. So now when the children open this template, they can tap on the T tool and they can write their response. So we need a second page in this template. So what we're going to do is we can either hit add page at the very bottom on the right-hand side, or we can click on these three dots right here and we can click duplicate page. It's going to make a copy of it. And all I'm going to do now is I'm going to tap on my selection tool. I'm going to click here. I'm going to unlock this. I can either type from scratch, or I can just say opinion writing. And I'm going to say, this is going to be my introduction for my opinion writing piece. You'll notice I added a little mark right here by mistake. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the eraser twice, and I'm going to hit erase drawing, and that little blue mark went away. So I just want to point that out. So again, I'm going to grab the selection tool. I'm going to lock this text. And then over here, I'm going to unlock these three items, and this is just a paragraph that they're going to write, so I can just delete this entirely. So they have 2 pages in this template to complete. And so now I've made the template. I'm going to hit the check mark, and that template will be attached to this activity. So I have my name of my activity, I have my instructions, and I have voice instructions if I've decided to add those. And I have my example slides that I've uploaded with the clickable links, and I have a 2-page template that's been attached. So again, this is an example using 2 pages, but we can have multiple page documents. So before I show you this from the student perspective, I just want to point this out here where it says more options. If you click on that, these are teacher notes that are only visible to you as a teacher. So if you're sharing these, which I think we are in the Seesaw library, that would just be maybe the standards or any other information you want to provide to your colleagues about this activity. And then when you're done, I'm just going to move myself here. We're going to hit save, the blue save button. It's going to be saving that activity. Now we can assign it. And I want to show you what it looks like from the student perspective. I want to show you how you yourself as a teacher can test this with a sample student before you assign it as well. So here it is. It looks great. I'm going to click on assign. I'm going to click a class that I want to assign it to. I'm going to click on edit students. Here's where you could click multiple classes, but if you have just that one class, I'm going to click on this. I'm going to deselect all students in this grade 2 STEM playground class. And what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to just click on the sample student. Again, this is to test it out, make sure everything works. So I'm going to hit submit, and then I'm going to hit assign to one class. Now I can view it from that sample student perspective. So I'm going to click down here at the bottom, 2nd grade STEM playground, view this activity. So what does it look like from the child's point of view? Here it is, the opinion writing, choosing your topic, day 1, day 2. Voice instructions would be there for students to listen to if you decided to add them, which I encourage you to do. And so now what the child will do, watch the videos in slide 1. So if I open this up, and again, it doesn't matter the device, Mac, PC, Kindle, Android tablet, iPad, anything. What they have here are 3 different options for accessing the slides. That big long URL, that publish to the web URL you saved, they can click on View Original, or they can click on View Google Doc. If I click on the big long URL, and this is something you may want to put at the beginning of your instructions too. You might say, note to parents, please click on either the long URL link that you see, or View Original or View Google Doc to watch the video. So this is, we are guaranteeing that the children will be able to watch what we're sharing with them. So I click on the video and it starts to play.
Opinion writing,
which is
for
great.
Kids. Episode 1. What
the children also
writing?
have the option to view this in full
Your
screen.
Is what you think,
so they
or
could
how you feel about something.
Open it up in full screen.
People can have different opinions. Some people love pizza, and some people hate pizza.
And they can.
That's their opinion.
Now they can go to slide 2. You can see I can just simply scroll on my trackpad here. I'm going from day 1 to day 2. So again, this allows you to send, I should say, multiple instructional videos with your children, either of you doing instruction or from a site like Teaching Without Frills. So when the kids go back into Seesaw after they've watched the instructional videos, they can close out of here. And now they can follow the instructions to complete the activity. They're going to click on Add Response. And the more you do this, and especially because the templates are already created for you, you insert the text or you upload the videos, and this becomes very efficient for you as an educator. But as you can see, my writing topic ideas template is here. The child can click on the label tool to write, and then they can click on the second slide to do the same thing here and write their directions, their introduction. At any point in time, the children can click on View Instructions, and those instructions appear. They can go back to the slides if needed, just to rewatch the video, which is an excellent feature. It's really becoming self-paced learning, independent learning for our kids, which is, these are all great things as we're continuing to learn remotely. So again, that's how you would view the activity from your sample student account, which you all have in your Seesaw rosters. And I hope this has been helpful. We will be offering live training sessions moving forward, but hopefully you can go through this video again, stop it and start it where you need to review something. But please reach out to me and any of the members of the BPS EdTech team for additional training and coaching, whether that be individual or small group. We're here to help, and we look forward to continued collaboration and reaching our students where they're at. And I hope you're all staying safe and healthy, and I appreciate you spending some time with me. And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please don't hesitate to email me. And thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Take care.